Hopefully you won't be too disappointed that my 7th house Saturn return example is way more depressing. Martha Stewart's 7th house Saturn return was the beginning of her billion-dollar empire, but it destroyed her marriage in the process. We are now onto the 7th episode of our Celebrity Saturn Return series, where I go through examples of celebrity Saturn returns through all the houses of the zodiac so you can see how a Saturn return actually plays out. A Saturn return is a transit that everyone goes through between the ages of 27 to 30, and it's a time when Saturn tests you, asks you to grow up, take responsibility, and align more fully with your true self, even if you're challenged. So Martha Stewart had her 7th house Saturn return in May of 1971. The 7th house rules marriage, long-term relationships, and any one-on-one partnerships. Saturn here can bring commitment and responsibility, but it also can expose the cracks in your relationships. So just 1 month before her exact Saturn return, Martha and her then husband Andrew purchased the Turkey Hill farmhouse in Westport, Connecticut that would become the home base for the Martha Stewart empire. This is where she was testing her recipes, doing her gardening, and building her lifestyle brand. The home built her career, but it broke her marriage with Andrew.
Was that one of the most excruciating times of your life?
Yeah, it's a horrible thing to go through a divorce. But the best thing to do is think of your partner as a piece of you-know-what, and it's over, and get on with your life.
Both she and Andrew were unfaithful during this time, and she's admitted that even though the house was great for her work, it was terrible for her relationship. A 7th house Saturn return tests the foundations of a partnership. Sometimes those commitments deepen, but sometimes Saturn forces you to see what's not going to last. Martha Stewart's 7th house Saturn return forced her to reconcile with her partnership. And the end of one chapter is often the beginning of another. So check the playlist below for houses 1 through 6, stay tuned for the rest of the 12, and let me know in the comments, where is Saturn in your chart?